Backside Brewing Company, which we've tried. What was the
OSP?
The OSP, yeah, the Oregon State Police.
Nope, not police. Pale.
Yeah, it's the IPA.
Popo beer.
Yes. I remember the pulp.
Yes, the pulp was very interesting.
So we are now trying the Backside Brewing Company. Is that Dougie the Lager, Northwest Lager?
Dougie.
5% alcohol by volume. This one's out of Douglas, correct? Or excuse me, Roseburg?
Yeah, it's out of Roseburg, Douglas County.
The other thing, too, is we're going to open it with one of these guys. I don't even know where this came from. My wife got it for me. It's brilliant. You put it in your wallet, credit card. It's awesome.
It's a lot better on the go while you're driving.
It is. It makes it easier as long as you stay in that 0.05 to 0.08 range. You'll be okay.
Yeah, whatever the guideline is that they want you to be at.
Or if you live out Fairview, Oregon,
you do the fuck you want. It's like Murder Mountain out there.
You can blow a 0.3 and you'd be all right.
Well, it looks like no pulp.
It's gorgeous.
Very blonde.
Very blonde.
I love blondes.
You have to say that.
I love a blonde. Just one.
I like them all.
Well,
I mean, I like one, but specifically.
Right, more than the others.
Yeah.
All right. Let's delve into this thing.
Does it?
Smell.
What do you think? It's got some at the end of it.
It's very Coors Lighty smelling.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a lager, so the lager.
The lager.
The Dougie. Do the Dougie? Do you do
Teach
the Dougie?
me how to Dougie.
We're so white right now.
Sound like that ludicrous song about white people trying to rap.
Yeah. Don't tell it to Slim Shady. What do you think?
It tastes like a lager. I'd say it tastes better than the domestic beers I've tried.
I think so too. I think it's got.
It doesn't have that aftertaste.
It's got a bit at the end though.
It doesn't have that, but you know that can aftertaste that you get from like the Coors Light, especially if your mountains aren't blue.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? The hams.
Cover your ears, America. Cover your ears, America. But that's because it's crap beer. Let's be honest.
Yeah, those are all crap beer. They're like a watered down version of this. This is like a
like I drink this, and this is what comes out of me.
Right.
Being respectful
to the Coors Lights and the Bud Lights of the world.
Out of my PB.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near as good as craft beers. I'll probably be murdered just off of that statement.
Yep.
Clydesdale's just trampling over me.
Nope, it's going to be the ham bear.
Oh, the ham bear?
Ham's bear is going to come murder you.
That's a hard way to go out. Because he looks like he should be a panda bear with his markings.
He does.
So
he's not healthy looking.
If I get killed by a panda bear,
now
that's some bullshit.
He's like post hibernation bear.
Those panda bears are all like high on soy and whatnot, like little weak wrists.
They're eating bamboo.
They got like opposable thumbs. Like, what are you gonna do? Strangle me? I'm not afraid of no ham's bear.
Do you think they masturbate?
They have to. They have opposable thumbs. Who doesn't masturbate and has opposable thumbs?
I mean,
even if you have to go monkey grip for my jiu-jitsu guys, like you can still get it. You just have no thumb. You just gotta monkey grip it.
I guess if you're missing a thumb, you still got your 4 fingers.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm doing some backwoods education right now.
Yes. For those who lost their thumbs in logging accidents.
That's good though. I mean,
that's not bad.
I really like it. I'm not a huge lager fan.
I'm not a lager fan at all.
Yeah. That's something that like I feel like on a nice summer afternoon, you're out splitting some wood, you're getting sweaty, you're rubbing on some tree bark. This is gonna taste good.
This is the fuck yeah that you say right before you jump off a rock into the river during the summer.
Get her.
That's what it tastes like.
Get her.
Like I just pounded a beer. Now I'm gonna go jump off the highest rock into the river.
Yep.
Possible.
Yep.
Woo!
Slightly concussed when you come back out of the water, but still having a good time.
Yeah.
Same, you know.
What I like is that the lager aftertaste dissipates really quickly.
It does. It doesn't sit there on the back of your
Any throat. Of the what was the one we drank the other night that you brought over, domestic beer? Is it Miller?
Coors Original.
Coors Original. Okay.
I'm gonna slap you
dog
in the face
shit.
with American
Tastes like dog, like good old American dog shit.
I hate you.
And it's probably owned by Beck or some other company like this. It's not even American, let's be honest.
Beck?
I highly doubt that it's made in the mountains of Colorado. It's probably like where?
Gosh.
Stockton, California.
That's good. It's going down quick too.
It is.
I like it.
Yeah, we shit all over their last beer, and I feel terrible, honestly, because I was just trying to make people laugh with that.
They're very friendly people.
Very friendly.
And they invited us, and hopefully we can do this. We can set up a time.
Yeah, I hope they were genuine with this, because I would love to go. They offered us
a tour, and
they said, you know, like they would give us a tour of the facility. Yeah. They were really cool about us reviewing their beer. You know, like we said some nasty things about the consistency in the pulp and whatnot, but it was literally just
there's probably a reasoning behind that. By the way, we're no beer experts. We're
two dudes that like to drink a lot of beer.
I mean, we just like drinking beer.
I love the marketing and I like drinking beer.
Yeah,
that's why we got into this in the first place.
I mean, my advice is to not listen to us, but.
Well, I mean, give us the views. You just don't have to like what we say.
Watch, but don't listen. We should have a disclaimer that says, don't be like these idiots.
Yeah. Take your pants down, watch us, but you don't need to hang on every word. You know what I'm saying? Because we say some bullshit trying to make people laugh.
Because we're BDMs, big, beautiful men.
That's right. Don't have BBC. It's kind of a Whittle Whitecock WW.
We're going to go down a dark rabbit hole, aren't we, right now?
What about what?
BBCs. And we're not talking about the British broadcasting company.
If you want one in your dark rabbit holes, you know, like I'm not opposed to
you stay out of the,
dialing it up for you.
You stay out of the crooks and.
I can put out a Craigslist ad for you, like it's 2006.
You stay out of the closets in my brain. It's crazy fast.
What are we looking at for alcohol percentage?
5%, which isn't bad. I mean,
that's a lager.
It's pretty consistent with being a lager. Our premium lager was crafted as a tribute to the folks in our world.
By the way, that's lager community. Spelled lager for some reason.
Yeah, in American it's lager.
So, whatever that means.
America? Anyways, the one thing I will say about Backside Brewing Company is they seem to do a lot of themed around...
their area.
Local areas. I mean, they had the state trooper, or state police, and then they have this one which is dedicated to loggers, and I think they have a couple more that are dedicated to different professions. They're very, they seem to be trying to appeal to the blue collar working person,
which is what you got to do. I feel like in that
get me one of these.
The market you
drinking and driving. It's not good. It's not good.
I feel like the marketing on this is better. The OSP one looked very like made on a computer by somebody. Already?
I'm still drinking mine.
Mine's almost gone. I approve. So tell me, what's IBU stand for?
That is
International Bureau of IBU. Under the Influence.
That's the bitterness.
Okay. I understand.
We're gonna go down. We're gonna go beer education right now.
But one time you were gonna be a mixologist.
That I believe is and don't quote me on this, but I believe it's the International Bitterness Units. And it's probably not international. It's probably something else.
IV.
IV.
Yeah, intravenous.
Drug users.
Beer. Undergarments. I don't know. I was asking you. You're supposed to be experts. Just talking about things I like.
IBU. Google it. It'll tell you.
Yeah, it's the bitterness.
Yeah. It's only 18, which is very low. You know, usually like with IPAs, you're getting in the 60s, 70s, and beyond.
And that's when you get the licking nickels like thing.
It's not like, good.
It's like sticking a 9-volt battery to your tongue. Like the metallic taste with the shock.
It hurts.
Yeah.
My tummy.
This isn't bad though. I like it better than the OSP. As far as their other one that I've tried, I'm a big fan of this company. You know, after them reaching out and whatnot, after the things we said.
It was him. It was all him.
No, he told me to hate on you guys because of the police stuff. He hates the police.
Yeah.
He voted against them having firearms.
I did. Rocks. we should go out with rocks. We need to go back to the old school days of just fucking rocks and sticks.
At least not assault rifles. And I'm a guy who thinks that you should be able to carry a gun. The problem is when your police station has Bradley fighting vehicles, and that's the people in charge of if the government does decide to take your weapons away or any of your rights away for that matter, they have assault rifles and military fighting vehicles. So taking assault rifles away from law-abiding citizens doesn't make sense
but there's not much
sense of the rule.
I'm going to play Creed to your Rocky.
Okay.
In that it's not like, it's just that they look scarier. They're not doing much different than a regular, deer hunting rifle. Your regular Browning 30-06.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they get 3 bullet bursts, right? Because it's semi-automatic versus automatic. I think you can basically squeeze 3 shots off in a row very quickly, whereas a hunting rifle generally will be a bolt action or that you have to cock. Not to say that you couldn't do as much damage, but
I'll do some research tonight. I'll read the Bible and see what it has to say about it, and then we'll get back
God,
to
guns, and government. That's what it says.
Yes, it does.
Makes America great again.
MAGA.
MAGA.
So on, did we do 1 to 10 yet?
No, we did not. We haven't ranked anything.
One drink, everybody knows the rules.
On the lager scale, because I'm not a lager guy, I'm going to give it a 6.
A 6.
Are
you serious? I thought you liked it.
No, I do, but I'm not a lager person. So so when I say lager scale, I guess I should go higher because I'm not a lager person.
On your fancy beer scale, you gave it a 6.
Yeah.
Now, for a lager.
So that's what I was getting to. Compared to any of the domestic beers that I've tried.
From Coors Light to PBR, where are we going?
Leagues above that. If lagers are your thing, this is, to me, as somebody who doesn't like those beers, a million times better than that. If I were to drink a Bud Light and compare it to this, or even a Budweiser for that matter.
You know what this is really good for? Is
camping.
Camping. Like a game day beer. Like your wife kicked you out of the house.
Like Kirk Herbstreit's up in front of you, and you're like, Kirk, read my sign, Washington State.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like your wife kicked you out of the house and you want to get too drunk to text her, profanities. Mm-hmm. This is a good beer for that.
Oh, you do that too?
No comment.
Okay.
I plead the 5th.
I always text your wife. I text your wife profanities all the time.
Yes.
She's like, who is this? I'm like, fuck off.
She is genuinely concerned for her safety.
Well, I block my number and send her threatening messages all the time. I don't want her to get too comfortable walking to work.
She has to ask me every day. She's like, is this Brian or an international terrorist?
It's obviously a Taken episode. And that you should worry on your walk to work.
Well, I'm going to text back one of these days. I have a very particular set of skills. Kick you in America with my AK-47.
Is it the ability to taste lagers?
Yeah. So for me, this is really refreshing. I do like it.
You do?
To me, it reminds me a lot of a shandy.
Just the lager aftertaste, as somebody who had to grow up drinking the cheap beers like Bud Light and all that, playing beer
like
pong.
When you were a kid,
I threw up a lot of it.
In the bottle, it was...
I threw up a lot of that. And then once you get to adulthood and you can afford real beers that cost $8 a bottle, you realize there's a scale to things. And this, on the scale of other lagers I've tried, is over here. Just not a lager person.
But you said a 6.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. I shouldn't have said 6. It's just not my thing.
Hold on. But you said 6 for your overall scale. So what is it on your adjusted scale?
That's what I was saying. As far as lagers go, it's the best one I've ever tasted.
Yeah, as far as lagers, 1 to 10. Let's do a lager 1 to 10.
Okay. It's the best lager I've ever tasted. Except,
so what are you giving it, though? Let's give it a rating.
That one Craig guy.
Right now, you're being like the Swedish judges where you don't really want to, or I guess French. Sorry, France. You're being like a France judge. You don't want to take sides. So
there's this one lager that I tasted, he was delicious. But this is right behind that. It's right in the backside of that.
Yeah, right in the coccyx. All right. So from your lager scale, 1 to 10, what are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9.
Just based off the fact that every other lager I've tried, I've almost exclusively hated, and I drank that no problem. It was.
So for me,
I'm not gonna say it was delicious for me, but it was.
Yeah.
You know, it was for a lager. It was quite drinkable.
So for me, from a scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 7.1.
Okay.
Okay. Now on my because I'm not necessarily a lager fan either, but on my lager scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
Oh, all right.
Yes. For
So
lager, it's like you said. For me, and the same thing for me, it's the best lager I've ever had.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and the domestic beers, it blows them out of the water. Sorry, Coors.
Yeah.
Your Colorado Rockies taste like piss.
In Backside Brewery, whoever your marketing person is, as far as social media, really cool. Really cool of them to reach out and say that it was cool for us to review it, and really cool to give us a chance to come view your the way you guys brew it, the way you guys craft it.
My people were going to contact your people.
That's right.
We're going to set up a walkabout.
I literally cannot wait. I hope you guys let us film. You know, the process and everything. I very much look forward to it.
Biggest benefit to me though is I really like that they market towards the blue collar worker
for their area.
Yeah.
Now I don't know that you're ever going to see this beer on the shelf in LA, and maybe you will because hipsters love shit like this. But I think it's cool for an Oregon company to you know stick to what is in their area.
If you're ever in Roseburg, Oregon,
and you should
stop by Backside Brewery.
President Obama came to Roseburg, Oregon, so should you.
Ever drive I-5 and you go through Oregon, you're going to go right through it.
Just dodge the measles. You're good otherwise.
Yeah. Well.
All right, so we're down to marketing. Where are you putting that at?
I mean, it's basic and it's to the point though. There's nothing that really pops on it. If I'm going through a beer section, it's not something that's going to stand out to me, other than the fact that you have a log and
the claw,
the heavy equipment.
The claw?
Yeah. I can't remember what they call those things. I apologize.
Pole grabbers.
Sadly, I'm related, or not sadly, but I'm related to loggers, and sadly I can't name what that is.
Your Uncle Terry started
front loader,
he was the first logger.
yarder. That's not a yarder, but anyways. But I mean, it is basic, but to me, it's to the point. I'm gonna give it a 7.1. 7.1. It's not amazing, but at the same time, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror that. I would say a 7. I do like the green, the choices of the green, the way it pops off there against the dark.
That definitely pops.
I love the trees. I love the silhouette of the trees. Yeah. I like the old school saw that they have on the front of it. Dougie the Lager. I'm down with that name. Northwest Lager. I mean, it's probably better than all the other kinds. Well, you're not down with it? You're not down, Michael?
I'm down with Dougie.
You didn't know. What about the fact
I want to learn the backstory.
Tim Beer. Not Timber, but Tim Beer.
Yes, Tim Beer. I mean, that's your marketing, though.
If you are watching the Portland Timbers and you're not drinking this, you are obviously a Nazi.
Yes.
Is that still okay to call people
Nazis?
Yeah, I don't think that was okay. That was aggressive. You're not a Nazi. I take it back. That's very aggressive.
You just
very inappropriate.
You just hate America like the Nazis.
Yeah. You obviously hate America. I'm gonna go 7 with that. I like the marketing. I like the actual logging claw, pulling the log out. I like all of it.
And that's scientific names for logging.
Yes.
The claw.
The claw.
I'm sure when they're up on the landing site, they're like, the claw. Look out.
If somehow you...
Grab my strong hand, child. You know, one of those?
One of those.
Hi-oh,
don't at me what it's called.
Yeah.
Don't tell me like, oh, I spent 30 years logging and you're disrespecting. It grabs trees and it looks like a claw. It's the claw. Fuck off.
It's a grabber. Or a claw grabber claw. America, but no, it's good.
So compared to the OSP, very much more of a fan of that. The pulp,
but that's just because we're not IPA
and the pulp
fans.
was almost a turn off to me though too, because I never had a beer that was that cloudy and pulpy.
Yeah, and the first time I ever had that, because I've had it before we had it, it was not shocking.
Right.
Like Michael Jackson jumps out of you at Neverland in his room, shocking, but it was like, whoa, that's strange. You know, I didn't realize I was going to have some OJ and diabetes.
Yeah, I agree.
Stay off the sugar, kids.
Yeah, sugar's the worst.
Bad.
Too bad there's sugar in beer.
And I love it. Oh, God, I fucking love sugar. Anything to add to it?
No, I think they nailed it. I think if you're
backside's really solid. I mean, they're going for blue collar, which I love. This is what we're built of. You know, here around where we're from, it's either blue collar or methamphetamine / heroin.
What do they call that? White collar?
The brown collar?
The crystal collar?
Although that brown collar, you probably
whoa, dude, whoa.
Well, I was going to say, don't look that up on Pornhub. Yikes, brown collar? That's like the opposite of a pearl necklace.
Yeah, it sounds like something that a German Scheiser film or something like that.